Greetings, my friends. I don't even know where to start here. I don't even know what voice to use. But I'll tell you what. Your world is becoming the greatest show on earth. In actuality, you don't even know who the real Dr. Tony Fauci is. Why? Because the goalposts keep moving so quick you couldn't even grasp onto any real truth. You know, I always wonder, how many shots would have Carl Sagan taken before he realized he was being clowned? And that goes for all you so-called skeptics out there. Atheists, religious, and so-called skeptics, all of your minds have become septic. And you all play a big part in the clown circus, the ever-evolving clown world. Big part, I didn't mean to say. Well, yeah, you're a big fart in the clown circus, ever-evolving clown circus. What did I really want to say? Oh, how did I get to wanting to even talk about this? Well, I kind of lost my ideas while I was trying to pick out a shirt. But I was watching a so-called skeptic, atheist girl, woman, whatever you want to call her. They, her, she, anyway, she was making a lot of noise on her channel over there. I mean, stick with the religion, please. Do your religious battles. The point is, this is what I've noticed. A lot of people who ask questions, and they want to get you on their team. I'm on nobody's team. Because all humans ultimately are idiots. When they ask you a question, if they're not totally satisfied and you haven't totally joined their club, they're going to be on your case constantly. And then you'll have to leave, just like when you left the religious cult. It's the same thing. Woke cult, secular cult, Jesus cult. It doesn't matter. You still have to leave when you realize this is insane. Because the insanity keeps growing because nobody can come into a whole agreement on a topic. They have to pretend together. There will always be confusion, mass confusion. Whether it's at a religious mass or it's a mass of so-called skeptics complaining about things, while they ignored the great TP hoarding event 19. You ignored that. You got clowned. Why? And you complained. Okay, ICE, we don't like. ICE it's going to cause a police society. They're trying to build a police society. I'm enjoying this show, watching so-called skeptics finally make their own conspiracy theories. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. It's not, I heard you say that. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's happening. I said before, it happened at the beginning of the great TP hoarding event 19. But you didn't listen. Your thunkers got stunkered severely, hiding in your bunker, eating all that one-eyed farmer data cake as quick as it came out. And they kept moving the goalposts and the rules for you so fast you couldn't grab onto any truth. And your mind went septic during that time. But you couldn't see, like I was saying before, there's martial law and police society. Could have came in there if you didn't stay in your little buildings. Or your big buildings, or your Arnold House, stay home. No, you followed the orders. And you complain now about ICE people wearing masks. Whoever the hell they are, okay? They're wearing masks. You don't like that. But at the so-called peaceful protests where people were made to wear masks during the great TP hoarding event 19. How convenient for criminals for 4 years. At least 2 of those years you were forced to wear a mask. How convenient. What did you think was going to happen, so-called skeptic? But you were in your bunker. You weren't in the real world. You didn't see it. You got the news fed to you straight from the one-eyed farmer's ass, that data cake. You kept eating while you were hiding in a bunker, getting your Amazon monkey food delivered to your home to keep you alive. While your mind shriveled into little turds. I don't have many more words, but I'll continue. What a bunch of hypocritical, so-called woke skeptics. I see you on your big shot channels. What a mess. Stick with your evolution. You're doing good in your biology. Okay? You're doing good on your biology. You got that going. You got your religion thing. Okay. You're beating up on the religious people. But when it comes to the one-eyed farmers, they got your mind too. The one-eyed farmers got you included on the list. Because you're so stupid. Keep taking all your shots. You've been very obedient. Where's it at? Where's it? Oh, there's a book, a coffee tablet holder here. Carl Sagan, what would he say? Jeez, it's a glorious book from first page to the last. It's wonder saturated, says the Washington Post. Your minds have been saturated by the one-eyed farmers in every single way. Powerful, stirring defense of informed rationality. You hid in your bunkers all that time. Never questioned it. Remember in the beginning, they were showing little scenes going around town, squirting little spray things here. These two guys in the town. So, Mr. Fire hydrant. Get the fire hydrant. And everybody's looking down like, oh shit, I hope they spray everything right. We're going to die. Your minds have already been synthesized. There's another one. Really? Really? How would you know? It's unfalsifiable. So you're living in the greatest show on earth. Humans will never be satisfied. So enjoy your clown ride. You so-called skeptic, woke so-called skeptics, modern day, whatever the hell you are. You expect there's some perfect formula for man, womankind, or they kind. There's no specific formula. When it all implodes, explodes, whatever, AI is going to be your master, programmed by some one-eyed farmers to keep you in line, to make rules so you'll stop arguing over them. Because you can't find any human truth, can you? Atheists, religious, and so-called skeptics, all of your minds have become septic. And you're all just a bunch of chattering farts. On your atheist shows, so-called skeptics, religious shows, I don't care. You're going to have to deal with the evolution of planet circus clowns. Because that's what it is. Every generation had to suffer. It's just part of being human. Some people get more suffering than others. There is no perfect plan, but how convenient you attack a man when you want a president, you want somebody to oversee what's going on. But the last group that were over there allowed all these people to somehow, I don't know all the details, to come into your country. And you're so desperately giving them, come on, take our stuff. Look, we're going to change our whole system of value, money, jobs, just for you. Come on over, you idiots. And so when a president of a country was supposed to do something, you don't like the way he's doing it because it seems too harsh for you, and it could turn into a police society. Yeah, just as much as the Great TP Hoarding Event 19 could have. You wouldn't have known it because you were obedient, hiding in your bunkers, you dumb shit. So I see you making noise out there in your so-called skeptic shows, your so-called rational shows. You got half-truths, so it's still a lie. Humans will be humans. They will evolve. They go through shit, and then they get cleaned up again. Go through shit, go through a lot of shit, go through fire, go through shit. And the survivors, the little survivors, have to start all over again. Deciding on what shape the earth is to get their GPS going. If they ever get to that point again. But as far as I'm concerned, see this switch on the wall here? It's about time. It's about time. That's how bad it's got. There it goes. I'm just going to watch the show now. A bunch of so-called skeptic idiots. You'll never be pleased, you'll never be satisfied with whatever somebody else says because it's not in your interests or your mindset. And who in the world even has a mind that they can still? You'll never be able to stop your ridiculous thoughts. You won't be able to stop your thoughts. So we'll continue. World of communication. You have so much communication now, and you're the biggest Tower of Babel ever. Bye.